Meta this, meta that. Have you ever met a girl before? Yeah, I know that was cringe, but I didn't really know where else to put it in the video. So if you've been around this channel for the past couple of months, you've probably noticed that I actually don't take, like, anything seriously anymore. Thanks for 200k, by the way. I've been playing Genshin Impact since the launch of the game, and I've been clearing Spiral Abyss for essentially 34 months. Being someone that is always focused on optimizing my characters and teams, who's also made content about that, I've been running into some issues. Optimizing in Genshin Impact, for me at least, has gone from playing the best team to beat difficult content to seeing what kind of batshit crazy things I can get away with. And honestly, part of that is just due to the new 4 stars not being good without constellations over the past couple years, but the other part of that is that I'm actually just bored out of my mind. At its core, Genshin Impact isn't a boring game. It's actually a masterpiece. It has a pretty amazing story, at least in my opinion, and though it really could benefit from a skip button for side content, I enjoy playing through the new story content. I also love the combat. I think that Genshin Impact has one of the single greatest combat systems I have ever played. The elemental reaction system is incredible. You have so much depth and complexity in reactions alone, but simple enough combat buttons for idiots like me to be able to clear the hardest content, which is exactly why I'm making this video. That, and I have an ad to read. This video is sponsored by Tower of God New World, but honestly it should be called Tower of My God, Huaryun is so attractive. Tower of God New World is a new mobile gacha game based on the famous webtoon series Tower of God, where you build teams with an expansive male and female cast with different elements and abilities, and also partake in strategic combat. My personal favorite team consists of Huaryun. In this game, characters' roles and elements play a huge part in your survival and progress. And if you're worried about getting the right characters to build your dream team, there's actually a guaranteed SSR of your choice every 100 polls. Follow the main story of Tower of God, but also take part in tons of other stories and experience the expansive world. Tower of God New World features fantastic 3D animations, fun and strategic combat where you'll have to deck build and analyze your opponents, and Huaryun. The Summer Festival event is ongoing and brings huge updates like the new SSR Villa, SSR Chacha. There's also some new summer oh my god, is that one for? And all the summer special missions and rewards can't be missed. All you have to do is play Tower of God during the event, and you can get started by using my link in the description and pinned comment. Click the link down below and get started with Tower of God New World. The definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. At least that's what the poster on my high school science teacher's wall said. I've been playing the same game mode over and over, expecting different actually, I haven't really been expecting anything different. I've been playing the same game mode with the same rewards and the same results over and over for years now, and I'm definitely insane. But with there being no other hard content to do, I'm also becoming delusional. Abyss is one thing, artificial difficulty is another, but how do you even enjoy boss fights if they die in like 5 seconds? I don't even think I've heard half of Fontaine's music yet, because every time I go to basic attack a Hilichurl, I cause Conria to fall. Well, if I switch to a newer 4-star character, it's like new again. Finally, I can rejoice in the glory of combat. Look, new 4 stars aren't nearly as good as older ones, at least not without constellations. But that's exactly why they're fun, and that's exactly why I clear Abyss with them now, because playing new units is fun. I'm tired of going to Abyss, picking Xiangling, and instantly deep frying Rift Wolves. I'm pretty sure you can't even eat those. And I didn't do it to clear Abyss easily with National Team, Taser, or Hyper Bloom, but actually for a top secret reason that Kaching Mains doesn't want you to know about. I built meta characters so that I could play really shit characters in Abyss. That's it. That's all I really did it for. I think something that's incredibly misunderstood in the Genshin community is that a lot of the new 4-star units and some of the worst 5-star units are usable. They just need Bennett, Xiangling, and Kazuo to be there too. I'm just kidding. Kinda. The more important point I want to get across is that game knowledge is more powerful than any support. Understanding how Genshin Impact works changes everything. Understanding elemental reactions and what they do, ICD and how to make specific characters vape and melt, optimal rotations and how to adjust for slight time variances, character building, all of these things basically allow you to play any character that you want. Granted, if that character is Dia, you might be doomed anyways. Game knowledge allows you to clear most content with most characters. While it might be annoying that some characters are just simply not good enough to clear Spiral Abyss without the help of the best supports in the game or off-field damage dealers, that's also the beautiful thing about Genshin Impact. If you understand the game and how it works, you can clear with Vape Zhao. I've always said that there's two schools of thought for theory crafting. The first is that theory crafting is meant for min-maxing to save money. Only use the best characters to complete the game free to play or as a light spender. The other school of thought, and the one that I subscribe to more, is that theory crafting should be used to make any character playable by any means necessary. You can see the difference in those ideas in basically any comment section of any video talking about new 4-star characters. An incredibly small sample of people will actively come after other players and attack them for enjoying a character that is just less strong than the OG cast. Why waste resources on a character if I could just play Xiangling? The reason you're not clearing Abyss is because you're not playing Xiangling. Why are you even breathing if you're not going to play Xiangling? You'll also see people just there to enjoy the character and learn to play them the best way they can. And that is more of the school of thought that I personally lean towards. If you're wondering why I'm still making videos on the newer 4-star units, even if they're not as good as some of the OG units, it's because I just really don't give a fuck anymore. This game's not getting harder, and there's not really any incentive to do Abyss anyways. The way I see it, we're not getting new endgame content. Hoyoverse puts a huge focus on new units and story being the content of their game. And while I am sad that they don't expand their combat-related content with new Abyss floors, endless modes, and maybe something like Simulated Universe, I still love Genshin Impact and playing the content that's present. To do that, I need to play the characters I want to play, regardless of whether they're a meta pick or not. And you can understand the game on a fundamental level and play it at a high level without only playing meta units and without only talking about meta units on a YouTube channel. Plus, playing worse characters in Overworld lets me hear more banger combat music because it takes me 10 seconds to kill a Helotro camp with my DPS Layla instead of one Eula burst. I'm just kidding, who the fuck plays Eula? I'm not saying I agree with how the game is treated in terms of endgame content. I think a lot of us want more things to use the cool combat mechanics on. I've just lowered my expectations for combat specific content so much that I've resigned myself to building catgirls only and enjoying the amazing casual game that is Genshin Impact. I'm still gonna make guides on characters and all that, but I always aim to help you best use the characters regardless of their power level, so that's not really changing. As far as theory crafting and optimizing goes, in my opinion, I'd rather focus on making my favorite characters perform their best and barely clear with 9 stars on floor 12 than get a faster time at the expense of my sanity. Genshin is best experienced how you want to experience it, and that's why I really just don't give a fuck about meta anymore. I do hope they make Taylor Swift and Robin Hood pretty good though, they look sick. Hello from Germany, and let me know what element of delusion I have in the comments.